Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to the Kansas City Royals rebuild here on MLB The Show 23. We return to the franchise, and we are back in the month of April with a 2-win baseball team. That is right. Don't adjust your screens. We have a 2-win baseball team on our hands. And what's supposed to be our best hitter, Luis Arraez, has not been hitting all so well in the first week or so of the season. But remember, it's still very early. Teoscar is playing amazing, but can he keep that up? But remember, it's very early. We've played 9 games of a baseball season. This is year number 2. We are going to take on the Twins, who are 7-3. I expect this to be pretty ugly, but we are going to get to see Asa Lacy, who was on the mound for one of our wins, the second one against the Atlanta Braves. So that's pretty cool. I hope that we can get some W's in this simulation, but then again, do we really want to? Are we in that winning window just yet? I don't really think we are, so we probably should still be as bad as possible because we're going to have a top 10 pick this year in the draft, and then if we continue to be bad next year, we'll have a top 10 pick. So if we can continue to string together some picks in the next few seasons, we should be good. I kind of want to take a different approach than what we did with the Cincinnati Reds last season, where we kind of were bad for 2 seasons, then made the playoffs. Yeah, we didn't really do much until we won the World Series the 4th year, I think it was. I can't remember when we won the World Series, but I kind of want to, I don't know, do a little bit more developing of the younger guys, and I kind of want to make some moves for some other younger guys across the league and maybe see those guys develop. So I kind of want to maybe try to do things a little bit differently here in Kansas City. But we are a bad baseball team, and we're taking on a good baseball team in the Minnesota Twins. Do we have any cool uniforms we can wear? Yeah, we'll rock the alternate home 2003, the black ones. Those are nice. And I do like the road with the pinstripes for the Twins. Those look pretty good too. At Kauffman Stadium, quick counts are on. Lacy will take the mound, and looks like Salvi is pretty tired. So what we'll do is we'll have MJ catch, and then we'll take Salvi out, and we'll probably have, let's see, Nick Prado? Is Joe Ryan? He's a righty. So against righties, Prado does pretty well. So we'll have him DH. We'll have Teoscar hitting the cleanup spot. Prado can hit 5. Then Bobby Witt, Kelnick, Lorenzo Cain, and Nate Eaton. So we've got some pieces, as you know. We've got Luis Arraez, MJ Melendez, Pasquantino, Bobby Witt. So we've got some guys that I have some promises, have some high hopes for, but the rest of the team still needs a lot of work, especially the pitching staff, both in the bullpen and the starters. But maybe we can catch a sneaky one against the Twins here. Game 1 of the series, they might be riding a little high with their hot streak they've had so far the start of the season. Maybe we can catch them sleeping. I don't know. Let's find out. Hit that like button if you're excited for Kansas City Royals baseball to be back. Subscribe to the channel for more, and let's get into it.
Welcome inside Kauffman Stadium. MLB The Show has action out of the AL Central. It's the Minnesota Twins going up against the Kansas City Royals. First pitch coming your way next. Just about ready to go. And on the hill in this one, Asa Lacy.
Very dominant his last time out. Picked up the win. Only allowed 1.
Okay, Lacy got the win in his first start of the year against the Braves. We talked about that in the pregame. He's the future. He is the future. And he's going up against a very strong hitter to start with. Eduardo Julian? I think it might be Julian, I would assume. But he's hitting .462 to start the season, and he gets a walk to lead off the game. That's not great. Will Myers hitting in the 2 spot, and he smacks that ball to right field, but it hooks just foul. Thank you very much for that, because that could have been very dangerous. Myers fouls off the circle change. We'll go with a curveball here. This could be a good strikeout pitch. Oh, we just needed the call there. Just needed the call from the home plate umpire. That's going to be a nice double play ball. Eaton to second. Arraez throws it over to first to Pasquantino, and that's a nice 2-out double play. And now Carlos Correa will step to the plate. Big power swing. over the head of Teoscar Hernandez in right field, off the wall. And that's going to be a 2-out double for Correa. What a weird offseason in real life Carlos Correa had. He was going to leave. He opted out of his contract with the Twins. Then he was going to leave and signed with like 3 different teams in the offseason. But he failed a physical each time, so then he had to go back and re-sign with the Twins. It was a super weird offseason. Is that going to be fair? No, it's not. It will be foul. This is Jorge Polanco at the plate, and he will hit that to Bobby Witt. Good reaction timing, and Bobby Witt denies the Twins a run in the first inning. Going up against Joe Ryan, he's 2-0, 1.93 ERA, 11 strikeouts. I really need Luis Arraez to get hot. I know it's only 9 games into the season, but he is one of our only guys who we can trust that gets to get on base. He's one of the best contact hitters, maybe the best hitters for average in Major League Baseball, at least in real life. And in the game, it kind of translates. He had a good season last year for us, so I'm hoping that he can start to get hot here as we advance and get deeper into season number 2. MJ Melendez behind the plate today, and he is back on the pine after that horrible swing. 1-1 count to Vinny Pasquantino. Was in contention for a few awards last season. Maybe he can actually break through and win one of them this year. Good timing on the swing, but that's going to go to right field, and that will be the 3rd out. So nothing doing for us in the bottom half of the first. And now we've got Eugenio Suarez, former Cincinnati Red, Seattle Mariner, Detroit Tiger, I think. He's been a few places. Max Kepler, hitting 172, kind of slumping so far to start the year. Kelenich's going to make the chase for it and bring it in for the 2nd out, and that is Kyle Farmer, another former Cincinnati Red. And that's going to be Luis Suarez. Good reaction timing. How is that that both the innings so far have ended with one of our guys at shortstop or second base making a nice reaction timing play to stop it from going to the outfield? That's pretty crazy. Teoscar Hernandez has been our hottest hitter to start the season, and that will continue. No, I was going to say continue. But the leadoff man, Eduardo Julian, makes the diving catch. That could have been extra bases for sure. But the left fielder makes an amazing diving play to save it and deny me extra bases. Unreal. Just as I was touting that Teoscar Hernandez was our hottest hitter. He's got like 4 home runs through the first 9 games. I guess it was a good thing to sign him. And the first baseman will just toss it over to Joe Ryan, make the play for the 2nd out. Bobby Witt, I want to see a lot of improvement from Bobby Witt coming off of that injury last year. He played well on opening day. I do remember that. I think we even stole a couple bases with him. So I definitely want to see some improvement with him. I want to see him stay healthy for a full season. I think that was just a bit of bad luck that we had in the first season because he got hurt within like 5 games of the year. And he will get on base. First hit of the day for your Kansas City Royals is a Bobby Witt single into left center, and now we're definitely taking a base, that's for sure, especially on a righty pitcher. We are definitely taking a base. Oh, but Joe Ryan had the wherewithal to throw back. I'll try it one more time. If he throws back again, then I won't steal, or at least not on this pitch. But I'll try one more time. Maybe I'll catch him sleeping, and he's going to pitch out, but I think Bobby's got the speed. He's safe, just barely. That was as close as it's going to get. Absolutely as close as it's going to get. 21 miles per hour was his max speed. Man, Bobby just got in there. I need to actually go back and see. Hold on. Let me get a little bit of a closer look on this. How close was this play? Because from real time, it looked really, really close. So let's hide this. Zoom in a little bit. How close did Correa get? He's got the ball in his glove. Oh, man. Okay, so it wasn't as bang-bang as I thought it was going to be, but that is an insane kind of just timing, I guess you could say, that Bobby Witt just able to beat out the throw. Bobby Witt. That's what we needed. That's what we absolutely need. We need to have somebody who's got the speed, and we just didn't have that last year because Bobby got hurt. So if we can have the speed on base, we can be a little bit more dangerous. And Kelnick draws the count to 3-1 with 2 outs. Maybe we've got a chance here to get an RBI. Anything in the outfield more than likely scores Bobby Witt, but unfortunately, that was in the outfield. I guess I should have said anything on the ground in the outfield scores Bobby Witt. That goes into the glove of the right fielder, Kepler, and that is going to be the end of the inning, but that's to start Ryan Jeffers. Lorenzo Cain can't make the play. Luckily, 29 speed's not quick enough to get to second, but Ryan Jeffers leads off with a nice single into the left center gap. We don't have to worry about a speed threat here, and that's a bullet. I didn't realize that it was a 2-strike count. Asa Lacy with the fastball getting Eduardo. I'm going to call him Julian. It could be Julian. I've said Julian a couple times. I'm just not sure. But I'll just call him Eduardo. It gets our Eduardo staring at it, and that's also a strikeout. Will Myers goes down staring at that one. Froze him on the curveball. Correa sends that into center field, and it looks like the Twins can only muster the leadoff single with Jeffers. Royals knock him down. We go bottom 3. Lorenzo Cain steps to the plate to lead off the inning. He had a good bounce back year after being in free agency and not having a job. And we brought him back again kind of on a legacy contract. He's kind of, think of him as a poor man's Joey Votto, because Salvador Perez is this year's Joey Votto, because last year, remember on the Reds, we kept Joey Votto around because he's a lifelong Red. He's one of the best Reds in recent decades. And he was getting to the end of his time, his end of his career, so we just gave him a legend contract, you could say, and we kept him around until he retired. And then this year, it just so happened that I picked a team that also had a guy like that in Salvador Perez. But luckily for us, Salvador Perez, as Nate Eaton gets a nice hit right up the first base line, and that's going to be a nice actually 1-out double. Good job for Nate Eaton. Also has a lot of speed. But anyway, Salvador Perez is a little bit better than what Joey Votto was when we took over the Cincinnati Reds, so we don't have to worry too much about him regressing as quickly as Joey Votto did, as Arise moves Nate Eaton to third. Unfortunately, couldn't get on base himself. But we will keep Salvador Perez on the team probably until he retires. I would say that's a pretty much a guarantee that Salvi will be here until he retires. Lorenzo Cain, can't say the same, but I will try to do my best to keep him around, even if he has to drop to the minors. I will do my best to keep him on the team. I just feel like that's the best option, the right thing to do. As MJ Melendez keeps trying to battle to stay in this inning and to get an RBI, I went down chasing for the slider, and I might have came up a little early on that. 1-2 count. We got a fast guy on third, but I don't think it's worth it to try to, you know what? I'm going to get crazy here. I'm going to steal. I was going to bunt, but I got a pitch that I liked, and I was just early on it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bunt. I'm going to steal and bunt, and maybe we can get lucky. MJ catches it. Get there, MJ. He's got speed. The bunt works, and it's an RBI bunt. MJ Melendez delivers a beautiful picture-perfect bunt there. And the steal helped, obviously. Nate Eaton had 96 speed. He's safe. And then just barely gets the play at first. Good job. And we take an early 1-0 lead here in the bottom of the third. Vinny Pasquantino, maybe he can add a couple more runs with a 2-run home run. That's got some carry. And it dies. Oh, it's George Springer out there in right. I thought he was playing center. Well, I wonder where Kepler is, unless Kepler's DHing. I guess that's a possibility. I didn't really think he'd be the DHing type. Bobby Witt, great diving play and deep shortstop, and he makes the throw! Bobby Witt! See, that's the production that we didn't have. Oh, but they called him safe. Oh, okay. So we got to see if we got to challenge this. Bobby Witt, deep into left field. Oh, he's out by a mile. How did you even call that safe? He's out by a mile. I don't know how they called that safe. I thought for sure that we beat the throw. Or beat the run. We did. Absolutely. That you could have... What was the first base umpire seeing? He's clearly out. Clearly out. I don't know what the umpire... I guess it's a bang-bang play, but he is clearly out. Thank you for giving me the right call. I didn't want to deny Bobby Witt the amazing defensive play. It's been Bobby Witt's episode. He got the first hit of the night. He stole a base. He made an amazing diving defensive play and got the runner out as well as Jorge Polanco goes down on a check swing. Asa Lacy's been quietly having a really good pitching night as well. But this has been Bobby Witt's amazing performance as Nate Eaton makes a hot corner catch, ending the inning. And Teoscar Hernandez was denied a base hit, even extra bases, his first time up. Let's see if we can change that here. Teoscar sends that into right field, and it will not get caught this time. Springer could not make the play. That's got 3 bags written all over it. Maybe even inside the park? No. I don't want to get crazy. If that was Bobby Witt or Nate Eaton, maybe we try it. But 75 speed, not willing to risk it. Huge leadoff triple for Teoscar Hernandez. George Springer tried the same play that his teammate over in left field made a few innings ago, but George was not as successful. That's what I was hoping would happen the first time, but luckily it happened this time. If I would have got a diving catch on me 2 times in a row with Teoscar, that would have been insane. Nick Prado filling in for Salvador. Let's see if he can get on base here. No, he can't. At least not with that hit. Not with that swing. 3-2 count. Nobody out. Runner on third. Joe Ryan sets and delivers. And that is going to be... I'm going to send him. Oops, that's not good. I don't know what's going on here on my screen, but I'm going to actually call him back here. Hold on. I had something on my TV. I don't know if that showed up on the recording or not. I don't think it did. But no matter. It's all good. Unless something shuts off. That'd be awkward. That's going to be an RBI single for... Not an RBI. An RBI for Bobby Witt. Drives in Teoscar Hernandez. Doesn't get on base, but he does get the good old ribby. And we are up 2-0 on the first place Twins. And why did I swing at that? The world may never know. Come on, Jared. I need you to deliver. Foul tip on the slider. And Kelenic looking to bump that ERA up a little bit. Oh, I pulled the PCI down. I probably would have made some good contact with that. But I pulled the PCI down, and I was pretty late. I'm still working on the timing, as you guys know. We've been off on a little bit of a forced hiatus for a couple weeks, so I haven't been able to play MLB The Show. And now that I'm back, got to get that timing down again. It'll come back, don't worry. The pitching still seems to be there as Max Kepler steps to the plate to lead off the top of the 5th, and he will send that into right center field. Lorenzo Cain making the easy trek. And that's the first out of the inning. Kyle Farmer, the farm boy, stares at a fastball, making the count 1-2. 8th round pick in the 2013 draft. I guess I didn't realize how long he's been around. Kind of a utility, do-it-all kind of guy as he strikes out there swinging. And Ryan Jeffers, he led off, what was that, the 3rd inning? With a huge hit into the left center gap. But this time he sends that to straight center. Right into the glove of Lorenzo Cain. Inning over for the Twins. We go bottom 5. Cain made the play defensively. Now gets to lead off the other half of the inning. He has 2 home runs this year, so he's still got a little bit of pop in that old bat. Still got slight bit of pop. How much does he have left? I don't know. Probably not a whole lot. But he does get a leadoff single into right field. Springer makes the play in right field, but not before Lorenzo gets on base. Good job, Cain. And now Nate Eaton steps up. obviously scored one of our 2 runs earlier in the game. And Nate will send that between the third baseman and shortstop into left field. And that is 2 on, nobody out. The Royals are getting hot. Starting to rally a little bit as Luis Arraez 0 for 2 today. I usually like to get at least 1 hit with Luis Arraez when I play with him. Can we do that on this occasion? No, we can't, as that flies into the shortstop's glove. Correa makes the play, and Luis Arraez is 0 for 3. MJ Melendez had the RBI bunt last time he was up. Can he get a regular hit today? A regular RBI? I'd like to see it. He's got potential. I just need to see some pop in that bat. No, don't swing. I tried to check. I knew that was going to be bad the moment it came out of the hand, but I could not stop myself from swinging. I had to check it. Or I tried to check it. It wouldn't let me check it. And that's going to be over the glove of the first baseman, Will Myers. Bases loaded, 1 out for Vinny Pasquantino. I've yet to hit a grand slam in this series. Maybe it comes here. And they're pulling Joe Ryan. After 4 in a third inning, they pull Joe Ryan for Braxton Garrett. The lefty bat, or the lefty arm, against a lefty bat. 2-1 count, bases loaded. Come on, Vinny. Show me why you're the future of this team. Ooh, that slider had some potential on it. And Teoscar is up next, so the Twins are in some real danger here if they don't get a double play. Oh, here we go. Vinny Pasquantino into right field. Off the glove of George Springer. He cannot make that diving play. Runner comes in to score. It's an RBI single for Vinny Pasquantino. Royals lead 3-0, and the bases are still loaded. George, you might as well just stop diving. That's 2 times now you've tried to dive, and both times you've missed. A 3-1 count to Teoscar Hernandez. Do we sit back here? Green light. Yes, sir. Is that a granny? No, it's not. It's going to die just a little bit early. But that could clear the bases. No. I'm going to keep Vinny on third. 25 speed's not quick enough. But Teoscar Hernandez with a 2 RBI double. The Royals are getting hot. We're starting to rally. I love it. I thought maybe we should hold back there and wait for a walk. But who needs to get a walk and get a 1 RBI when you can get a double and get 2? And now Nick Prado gets an RBI. He scores Vinny Pasquantino and runners on the corner. It's 6-0, a huge 5th inning for the Royals. Big at-bat from Nick Prado, and now Bobby Witt steps up. Already has an RBI today, I think. Why not add one officially if he didn't already have one? And he will score Teoscar. Oh, man, we are getting hot at the perfect time. They thought that Braxton Garrett could save them, but he's only made it worse. Jared Kelenic. Ooh, I kind of wanted to swing at that, but I would have been a little early. 2-2 count to Kelenic. Runners on second and first. Kelenic, oh, I was going for like a little blooper into shallow left to load the bases again, but I was just too late. Waited too long. And Kelenic flies that to right field, but unfortunately not going to go deep enough to extend any, or to move anyone over a base. Although, maybe with 53 speed, we would have been able to make that to third. I don't know. It would have been tough to see, but Lorenzo Cain's up. He's 1 for 2. Come on, Lorenzo. Add another RBI to your season. Was I a little early on that? Yeah, it was pretty early. 1-2 count to Lorenzo Cain. 2 outs, 2 on. And Lorenzo will end the inning with a pop fly to second base. But a huge 5th inning for Kansas City. We just kept piling on the runs, giving Asa Lacy a huge amount of insurance and cushion to work with here in the top of the 6th. The Twins actually only have 2 hits. I thought that they had more than that, but that really only came in like the first inning. Other than that, we've kind of shut them down. Can Teoscar make the play? He should be able to, and he does. Teoscar Hernandez makes the play in right field for the first out. Will Myers steps up. Stares at a fastball 96 on the gun. 2009 Will Myers got drafted? That's insane. I remember when he was coming up as a rookie. And he strikes out swinging to Asa Lacy's circle change. And now Carlos Correa, the shortstop, steps up for the final, what could be the final at-bat of the inning. We'll throw him a circle change. It got Will Myers. Why can't it get Correa? He fouls it off down the left side. We'll go with the curveball here. This could be dangerous. Correa could time it, but he stares at it for a ball. Okay. We'll go slider here. Also could be dangerous if he gets around it. And that was in a dangerous spot. I'm just glad that he fouled it off. He didn't get enough. He didn't get very good timing on that. Here comes the circle change. He barely makes contact at the top of the bat. Nate Eaton feels it, throws it to first. End of the 6th. That's a good inning after what we just did in the bottom of the 5th. That's the perfect inning the very next time the Twins come up, because you know that they want to try to rally and do the same and try to get back in this game. But for Asa Lacy to come out there cool, calm, collected, and knock them down 1, 2, 3, beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Now we have Nate Eaton with a leadoff single. 96 speed, but only 36 steal or whatever. Oh, Luis Arraez will get a base hit. Finally. I will not be skunked with Luis Arraez today. He has at least one hit. Not going to do much for his average, but it's a base hit. I thought, it was very early. He just got enough around it to pop it into right field. And Melendez not going to get the same. That was good timing, too. But unfortunately, Springer going to make the play in right field for the first out. So runners on first and second. If we could add even more insurance and more cushion for Asa to work with, I mean, how could you say no to that? And Vinny Pasquantino says, he says I wanted to add more runs, but I guess I was early on the timing. Who knows what would have happened if I would have been good timing? Maybe I get a base hit, maybe I don't. I don't know. But now Teoscar's up. And Teoscar, you know what he wants. He wants more RBIs, and he will not get them. He grounds to shortstop. Correa goes the easy way, although Arraez almost made the play. He was almost there. Beat the throw. But that's okay. We go top 7. I'm feeling fully confident in Asa Lacy. He's got the stamina. He's under 100 pitches so far. Although his stamina, I thought he had more than that. His stamina is going down a little bit. I'll warm up Joe Jimenez, but we could let Asa go into the 8th. I don't think he's got the energy to go deeper than that. He may not even have the energy to go into the 8th as Teoscar bobbles the ball in right field. Depending on how fast this inning goes, we'll see. Not a good start with the George Springer base hits. Polanco will foul off that circle change. We'll go with the slider here. And the slider will catch him, but I don't think we're going to have the angle to make the double play there. Take the guarantee at first. We'll get one out. I just didn't think we'd be able to make that double play. Either way, one of them would have been safe, I feel like, so. Circle change. Okay, Ace is starting to lose his control here. And to a guy who's dangerous in Eugenio Suarez, and the shutout is gone. Suarez hits that up the right center gap for an RBI double, shutout over, and that might be the end of Asa Lacy. I'll see if he can get out of this inning, but if he allows another run, then we're certainly pulling him. But I'll let him see if he can get his way out of this inning. We'll warm up Dylan Coleman just in case. There's the slider, just barely fouls it off. Kepler gets a piece of it. Here comes the curveball, and the curveball again gets fouled off. Just a tip. Tip? Circle change. Nothing. How about some gas? We'll throw some heat. That's going to be a grounder to Arraez. It moves Suarez to third, but it is the second out. So let's try to get one more out. I know the pitcher's getting tired. You don't have to tell me. I'm keeping an eye on it. But I also want him to get through 7 innings. And that could be the case if Kelenic makes the play. And he does. Inning over. So Suarez got the shutout erased. But Asa Lacy, 7 innings, I feel pretty confident that that is a very, very good showing from our young prospect. Very pleased with that. And what am I swinging at there? Dear Lord. What in the world was that? I have no idea, but it's a 2-2 count. And Prado will stare at that Sweeping curve, okay. I can't believe they still have Braxton Garrett in. He was the pitcher on the mound that replaced Joe Ryan and allowed for, what was that, 4 more runs after he came in? So he's been a reason why we've scored a few runs, and now Nick Prado gets a leadoff double to start the 7th. They got to pull Braxton, right? At some point. They're going to keep him in for the Bobby Witt at bat. We'll see what happens here. 2 for 3 for Bobby. Oh, Bobby. And he's going to get an RBI single. I'm going to send Prado home. I'm not going to go to 2 with Bobby Witt. He would have been out indefinitely. And that's another run scored for the Kansas City Royals. We got hot at the right moment, and now they finally pull Braxton Garrett. They bring in Griffin Jacks. But he's a righty, so that means Bobby Witt can try to steal into the base. Oh, that's a very tempting pitch, but I don't want to take away from Bobby Witt's steal. So, could have swung at that. That's stolen base number 4. Sucks that the CPU, when you do simulation, doesn't really tend to steal as often as maybe I would if I was playing every single game. I don't know why I swung at that, by the way. That was just an embarrassing swing. I have those from time to time. Lorenzo Cain, and he strikes out. I didn't think that was a bad swing. I guess I was a little early, but I was too early. Oh, tell me how you really feel. Jeez. Nate Eaton to the plate. He's had a good day today. 3 for 3. Didn't realize he was having that good of a day. But the speed threat at third base, Nate Eaton. You got a speed threat on second and Bobby Witt. And he's going to stare at that knuckler. 2-2 count. I could try a cheeky little bunt, but I don't think it's going to work as effectively as it did the last time I did it. And that's going to be ball 3. Fastball off the side of the plate. Hey, Luis Arraez bumped his ERA up to 2.05, or his average up to 2.05. Why did I swing at that? That could have been... Oh, that would have been disgusting if it would have got past the third baseman, but that could have been ball 4. Come on, Nate. Put it in the outfield. I pulled the PCI down. If he puts that in the outfield, that's an easy RBI. But we are leading 8-1, so I guess we can't be too mad. Yes, I still want Jimenez to come in. He's had 3 games. 5-1 strikeout to walk ratio. Looks pretty solid. And he will take on Ryan Jeffers as his first opponent. And he's going to smack that baseball into deep right field. Teoscar moving back for it. At the warning track, caught. First out. Perfect. And now I'm going to warm up Camilo Doval just in case. Just in case they get a little cheeky here and score a couple runs that I don't want to see. That's going to be the second out of the inning. I think we let Joe Jimenez get 2 innings here. He's looking pretty sharp as he's taking down the first 2 at-batters. At-batters? The first 2 batters of the inning. We'll go with the slider here to Will Myers. He won't be able to handle it, and he strikes out. Inning over. Kansas City's looking good. I wish we could play like this every single game, even in simulation, because we'd be the best team in the league if we could do that. I'm totally swinging at that, but I was late. I was trying to get the best timing, and I waited too long and didn't get any timing, or didn't get good enough timing. So that sucks. But I am going to fly out anyway. I got good timing on that one. Good timing on that one, but that doesn't matter. MJ Melendez up to the plate. 2 for 4 today, and he will foul that one off. Down the right field line. 1-2 count to Melendez. Another foul off. Come on, MJ, you got this. Deliver us a base hit, and all will be good. But he grounds to second base. I think that's Jorge Polanco. He sends that to Will Myers at first, and that's the second out. Vinny Pasquantino, I can't believe that I missed that fastball that was right down the middle. That one I didn't miss. Off the glove of Will Myers, unfortunately, 25 speed isn't going to be fast enough to beat the throw. So that is the end of the inning. We go top 9, and we can finish it right here. 1, 2, 3, and we get out of here with a nice W against our rival. Oh, Correa, what are you waiting on? You were sitting fastball. You had to have. You were super out in front of that. But if we could get a nice little W in game 1 of the series against a rival, against the team that leads the division, That would be a huge morale boost to this organization, which severely needs it. I mean, we are only a 2-win team. Hopefully, after this at-bat, a 3-win team. And we will be. Kelnick tracks the ball into left field. Ball game. Royals win 8-1 over the Minnesota Twins. Huge victory. That's the kind of at-bats and innings and game that we needed. We looked good. We pitched well. Asa Lacy goes 7 strong. You love to see it. Teoscar went 2 for 4 with a triple and a double. And Lacy goes 7 innings, 4 hits, but 5 strikeouts, and dominated the game. Very impressed by Asa Lacy. And now he's 2-0. You gotta love it. You gotta love having Asa Lacy 2-0. The promising young guy, him and Roki Sasaki. All right, so now we will simulate the rest of the month of April here. So let's finish the series against the Twins. And that is going to be 2 losses, as expected. Now we got a 4-gamer on the road in Fenway. Ooh, scouting. We've taken 2 of 3 so far, but we've got more scouting to do. So Kirby Lawrence. Ooh, Kirby. Okay. I don't think he's going to be there when we come up to draft, but he looks pretty good. He looks pretty darn good. Actually, I'm going to go change that to international outfielders. I think we're going to keep these guys scouted. Actually, we know pretty much about Kirby, and we don't even know if he's going to be available when we come up to pick. We have pick 6. He could be there. He could not be there. I don't know. That's a closing pitcher. Sean Haywood. We know Sean Haywood's going to be good, but he's a closing pitcher, so I would assume he'd get drafted. Joe Waller, also a closing pitcher. I wish the best players weren't always closing pitchers. Jeez. I like the look of Lewis Hughes. Probably want to scout him a little bit. Yeah, switch him with Kirby Lawrence or whatever his name was. We'll keep Jim Garner just because I'm curious to see what his potential looks like. But he's got some crazy power in the future. Even presently, he's got crazy power. This guy looks like the real deal. That's why I want to keep him scouted. He could be awesome. All right, so let's finish the weekly scouting for that, and then continue simulating. We lose against the Red Sox, but we sweep the Royals, we are the Royals. We sweep the Orioles, is what I wanted to say. And now we go back to scouting. Ooh, okay, so his potential has dropped a little bit. His overall's getting closer. But I still like the look of this guy. His power's dropping a little bit, but he looks like a stud left fielder. He's not super fast, but he could be a very, very good left fielder. And the look of Lewis Hughes. Oh, my God, this guy's contact is out of control already. He's ready day 1. He's got great vision for a first baseman. He can play catcher in left field. He's not super fast, so maybe not left field. But catcher and first base, absolutely. Oh, my God, Lewis Hughes looks fantastic. I think I'm going to change prospects now because we know that how good he looks. We have a good idea of what he's going to be. So we can use this time to scout other people. Let's scout Louis Negron. And then we know about Jim Garner pretty much, so we'll move away from him. And we'll go and use this on maybe Woody Peterson? Ooh, yeah, Woody. Let's scout Woody because he could be good as well. So definitely want to have a lot of options here as we get closer to the draft, although we are only in April. Another series against the Red Sox, and we take 2 of 3. That's good. Now we play the Tigers. Zach Veen tore his groin. That's not good. Danny Dietz fractured his arm, and he's gone. But we have a chance to sweep the Tigers. We are actually in second place in the division now. I told you, that's one of the big reasons why I wanted to be the Royals, because this division, 9 times out of 10, is going to suck. So there's always a room to win the division. And we are right there at 13 and 15, battling for this. We're going to keep Woody Peterson because I want to see if he's as fast as he says he is. And he's got good power versus righties. Luis Negron looks pretty darn dominant as a starter. We know pretty much all about him. We can use this time to go after some other people. Kirby Lawrence looks really good, but we already have him pretty much scouted. Benny Canning, third baseman. let's learn a little bit about him. Let's learn a little bit more about Benny Canning, and we'll edit the scouting assignment here for pitchers in the international. And we'll keep moving forward. All right, so we do sweep the Tigers, and we beat the Twins in game 1 of that. So that's awesome. How did everybody do so far in the first month? Luis Arraez up to 252 average. I like to see that. Vinny Pasquantino's starting to heat up. He's hitting 320 with 6 home runs. Salvador doing okay. Teoscar hitting 319. Not really the power that I like to see in the first month, but he's got 19 RBIs and hitting over 300, so I can't complain too much. Bobby Witt. How many steals does Bobby Witt have so far? He's only got 5, and we had 2 of them in last games, or in this game that we played today. So Kelenic playing pretty well in terms of his RBIs, but he's not hitting very well in average. I mean, Lorenzo Cain's always a solid hitter, and then you've got Nate Eaton as well doing all right, not great. Brady Singer 1-5. Come on, Brady. I have a 6.54 ERA. We might have to send you down to AAA just to figure yourself out. Roki Sasaki's also struggling. Flaherty is kind of struggling. Ian Anderson's doing really good. And Lacey's 4-1. So maybe we have to adjust the rotation here. I think we might have to move Brady Singer down. But what pitcher do we have that I could bring? I guess I could bring up Yoshinobu Yamamoto. But would it be the right time to bring him up? Gavin Williams is killing it in AAA. Maybe he's the right guy to bring up. Although we had him in the spring and he didn't really do too great. I don't know, but 1-5, that's tough. I don't know if we can survive that. I think we'll play... Yeah, let's play one of these games against the Dodgers. The Doyers. So let's simulate against the Twins. Are we leading the division? No, we're 1 game back. If we would have won this one, we would have been tied. Zach Veen still eligible, or still out. We have 1 final scouting assignment, but we are starting to fall back with those losses to the White Sox. All right, so Woody Peterson still looks to be pretty fast. It looks like his speed is the real deal. Benny Canning, his power could be the real deal too, and he's got some speed at third base. I like the look of these 2 guys. That is for sure. We'll keep them scouting for this week, and we will finish the series against the White Sox. We lose that and get swept. And I simulated the first game against the Dodgers, but it was Brady Singer, and he lost again. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to. We're probably gonna have to move on from Brady. That's for sure. At least maybe not move on from him, but move him down to AAA. So I think I'll do that at the start of next episode. And other than that, that's gonna do it for this one. We take on Walker Buehler in the next episode. They're 30-6. We are 16-20. 3.5 games out of the division. We'll see our Japanese phenom Roki Sasaki in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Baseball videos are back, baby. Can't wait. See you guys in the next one. Peace.